Well, it looks like we may be just days away from the Switch 2 officially getting revealed from Nintendo. So what leads us to believe that, and when can we expect the announcement? Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now, I don't normally do Switch 2 hype videos. When I put a video out, I try to make sure that we have some pretty solid evidence of new information about the system. However, I will admit this is just a blatant hype video because I'm pretty excited. We have this headline over here at Video Games Chronicle. Nintendo will reportedly reveal Switch 2 this week. So all this hype started with a podcast from Nate the Hate, and they've got a little bit of a quote here. It says, "I can share with you that Nintendo Switch 2 will be revealed in the coming week. I have been told Switch 2 will be revealed on Thursday, January 16th, just a few days from now." And then he goes on to say, "I've heard that the reveal itself is going to be focused exclusively on the console itself. There is not going to be any presence of games. There could be a game shown running on the screen depending on how the trailer is put together, but software is not going to be a focus." Now, in case you didn't remember, that's the same strategy Nintendo took with the reveal of the original Switch. They had a hardware-focused reveal in 2016, and then they did a bigger reveal in January, which I think the anniversary of it was just yesterday. And in that one, they focused more on the software that was going to be coming to the system. Now, going back to that podcast, we have this here from VGC. It says, "Nate the Hate speculates that Switch 2 could launch in May or June of this year, which matches with what VGC has heard from its own sources, and that a new version of Mario Kart could be available at launch, followed by a 3D Mario released during the holiday period of 2025. Now, when it's just one fairly reliable source reporting something this big, I find it pretty interesting. However, my interest is piqued even more when we have a second source coming out, and this is coming to us from Tom Warren from The Verge. Now, for a little background information, he has a newsletter called The Notepad, and that came out on January 10th. And he has a follow-up here after all this information came out this morning about a Switch 2 reveal this week. He says, "In case it wasn't obvious from my tease in Notepad last week, I've heard it should be the Switch 2 reveal this week." So now that it looks pretty solid that the Switch 2 will get revealed on the 16th, you have to wonder what time of day will that happen. Now, if it's revealed in the morning on the 16th, that would also be the evening in Japan. So that would be like at 9 or 10 a.m. in the morning. Typically, Nintendo drops a post over on X at that time in the morning, so that's kind of when I'm expecting this. However, if we don't see it by, say, 10 a.m. Eastern, then we probably won't see anything until that evening because they're not going to announce it in the middle of the day when everybody's asleep in Japan. Now, typically, those announcements come at 8 p.m. Eastern, and that would translate into 10 a.m. in Japan, basically the next day, so that would be the 17th in Japan. And there were some rumors over the weekend that the Switch 2 would get revealed on the 17th, which seemed improbable since that's a Friday, but that would line up with a reveal coming in the US on the 16th, but it would be the 17th in Japan. Now, one thing to keep in mind, 9 a.m. Eastern is still 1 a.m. the next day in parts of Australia, so this still kind of matches that we could see a reveal basically lining up for the 16th or the 17th, depending on where you live. But I'm definitely excited about the reveal of the Switch 2. We've waited many long years for this to finally happen. But let me know your thoughts below. Do you think we will see the Switch 2 finally on this Thursday, the 16th? And what do you think Nintendo will finally reveal about this system? Do you think we'll finally get to see what that mystery C button is? And do you think we might see a price for the system? And could there possibly be multiple SKUs? Drop your comments below and let me know your thoughts. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, consider doing so. It really does help out a lot. I'm pretty close to getting to 1,000 subscribers. At that point, I can get into the next tier of YouTube's partnership. So if you could help out with that, I'd really appreciate it. I want to thank you for watching and be good.